The ToughFit channel, checking in. And in a world that seems to have completely gone off its rockers, with gasoline prices through the roof, with inflation higher than ever, with prices jumping what seems like weekly, everything from eggs to milk to home gym equipment. Heck, we even have Coop over there at Garage Gym Reviews claiming that the prices are going to be soaring throughout the year and that you have to get all of your home gym equipment now. Well, I've got a review for you. On this episode of Dad's Home Gym, I am reviewing the ToughFit barbell. And I'll tell you straight away, before we even get into it, this thing is delivered at only $180. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, give this video a like and hit that red subscribe button. On this Dad's Home Gym series, I just review pieces of home gym equipment on every episode to help you decide if it's right for your home gym, if it will exceed your expectations, and if it is worth your hard-earned money. So why do I have this ToughFit barbell from ritfitsports.com? And the truth is, all of you've all been using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, and I take all that money and it goes towards future reviews, future content. So if you see some better lighting than usual, guess what? I picked up better lights than I had, and I also picked up this budget barbell. Now this thing comes in at $180 with my code NOFADE247, starts off at $200. And again, that is delivered. You don't have to fight someone on Facebook Marketplace and try to get them to come down in price and then drive an hour to go pick it up only to find out that they pulled a bait and switch on you. ritfitsports.com really makes their bones, makes most of their money by over-delivering on their low price points. So they usually sell at budget price points, and then the value they deliver tends to be above and beyond your expectations. And I think that's really where this bar sits. Comes in at 28 millimeters. It has an E-coat finish. I know many of you are worried about rust on your bars, and frankly, I think that's something that people over-concern themselves on. As far as the capacity, it is able to handle 1,200 pounds. And personally, I think in a home gym environment, as long as you're able to clear that 1,000-pound threshold of weight, I think that's a good standard to kind of set for yourself. There's some barbells that have 500 and 700-pound limits, and I would say stay away from those bars, not because I think you can lift 700 pounds. I know I can't, but you really don't want to get close to that threshold because you don't want to potentially warp or damage your bar when you're doing your heavy deadlifts or even rack pulls. As far as the sleeves on this ToughFit barbell, it's one of those things that makes you do a double take. Very similar to going to a restaurant. You get some dish you've never heard of before, and you don't know what to think of it. In fact, you don't even want to kind of try it out. But once you do, yeah, you got a new favorite. The sleeves on here have a bushing bearing combo, and you can actually see right into the back end. You can see right up the keister of this thing to see how those bearings are aligned, and it makes for an interesting appearance when you are lifting or when you're just kind of like goofing around with the bar. It looks weird, it looks different, only because it's not what we have come to expect in most of the bars that I reviewed. But I will tell you, it delivers. Not only does it look a little weird, but the best part about it is the rotation on here for a $180 barbell is exceptional. Very, very good rotation at that price point. Is it the best I've ever seen? Is it the best I've ever had? No, but it's also not the most expensive either. Exceptional rotation for that $180 price point. Now, the sleeves themselves are smooth. They are not ribbed for your pleasure. I know some people like the ribbed sleeves. I guess it makes the plates slide a little bit less, and it sounds a little bit cooler when you're loading up all your metal plates. But for me, I don't need ribbed anything. I just like it smooth and sleek so I can get my weight on without waking up the entire house. One more minor thing to note with regards to the sleeves is that RitFit has put their branding on here. So on the collar of the sleeve, there's a little indentation, and they've thrown in, for lack of a better term, a rubber band with their name on it with a ToughFit logo. And I know a lot of companies have done that on different barbells. I just don't know how it's going to last through the years. I will say after a month of use, there's no issue with it. There's really no wear and tear. but because it's rubber and not metal, I don't know if eventually that's going to dry out and become dirty and all that good stuff. It's really just a branding issue or a branding item. It does not affect the performance of the barbell. How have I used this ToughFit barbell over the past month? Well, we all have different lifting styles and goals and needs. I know we got CrossFitters and powerlifters, Olympic lifters, and bodybuilders out there. And frankly, we got some weekend warriors as well. And I'll tell you, if you're new to the channel, I predominantly do a bodybuilding style workout. I have a push-pull legs split. And when I grab a barbell and put it through its paces for about a month, I do everything I possibly can with it. Front squat, bench, deadlift, shrug, rack pulls. I even throw it in my landmine and give it some rough trade because I really try to beat these things up because frankly, a month isn't a long time. If you buy a barbell, you should expect to own it for a decade. So when I do these 1 month reviews, I really try to go hard on these barbells to peter out any type of issues that might present themselves. How have I liked this bar? I really have liked this bar. The rotation on here is exceptional. And again, for that price point, you can't beat that rotation. If you're into Olympic lifting and you're on a budget, this might be the bar for you. As far as the finish, it's not a Cerakote finish. It's not some super duper zinc coated finish. It absolutely gets the job done. There is one minor defect with regards to the finish. There's like a line on here that's like a straight line. Not sure how that kind of came about, but it hasn't chipped, it hasn't worn, and it hasn't shown any signs of cracking. I will say again, you got to cut some corners when you go budget, and that's one of the ways that they did it. It's not going to be the world's toughest, most durable barbell with regards to the finish, but many people do overemphasize what they need for the coating. I think a lot of people are worried that it's going to rust out in a week or two, and that's just not really the truth, especially if you're not on an ocean. So overall, I think the coating is really good for the price point. The spin is exceptional. Now, the knurling. So many of you love your knurl prawn. You want that rough and tough knurl to cut into your hands when you're lifting. This isn't it. This is a medium knurling. And what's nice about it is the finish on the barbell hasn't really dumbed down or pacified the knurling at all. The knurling is medium and it's a good knurling on here. Obviously there's no center knurling, but man, I really like the knurling. It was that nice sweet spot of being medium, not so aggressive that it cuts your hands, but not so passive and light that you feel like you might slip when you're doing a tough lift, or that you might have to chalk up extra or throw straps and wraps on. And now it's time. It is time for Fate of the Union, where I give you my final thoughts on this ToughFit RIT Fit economy barbell. And the truth be told, I say economy because it's economy in price at $180 with that code NOFADE247. That's a steal of a deal when it comes to barbells in 2022. Could you go cheaper? Sure. Are you going to be happy going cheaper? Probably not. Could you find a better deal on Facebook Marketplace? Maybe, but you might be driving an hour each way to pick that bar up. To $180 delivered, this bar will exceed your expectations, especially if you're looking for really good spin on those sleeves for you Olympic lifters, you CrossFitters, or people that just like a lot of spin on their sleeves. Overall, I have been happy. I think the knurling really is a nice, sweet middle spot for so many of you that want a multi-use bar. You want a bar that you can squat with, deadlift, and you can bench with. I know in today's day and age of Instagram and social media and YouTube reviews, we find that some people are using like 4 or 5 barbells during one workout. The reality is most of us are on a budget. Most of us want that one barbell that's going to get the job done for whatever we might be using it for. We just want to set it and forget it, and we don't want to have to break the bank. And this RIT Fit ToughFit barbell, man, it checks off the boxes and then some. If you're on a budget, if you are looking for an all-around great barbell to just get the job done and not break the bank, man, definitely check out this RIT Fit barbell. I was pleasantly surprised, and I will absolutely say it exceeded my expectations. Now, if you have any questions regarding the barbell, drop it in the comments below. If you want me to review anything else on this channel, drop it in the comments below, and all the ones that are upvoted, I will try to get my hands on. If you have been supporting the channel with my affiliate links, thank you. If you haven't been, They're in the description of today's video. If you came this far in the video, then you and I are officially best friends. Hey, practically band of brothers by this point. If you came this far as well, make sure you give the video a like, hit that red subscribe button. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.